Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Antonio, back with another video today. It's nice and sunny out. Looks like there might be some drizzle coming in, but for the most part it's been a good sunny day. Just woke up about an hour ago. Yeah, and I just had a few things on my mind, before I get my day started. Just wanted to expel some energy, expound a little bit more on some of my knowledge, some of my insights, and some of the things that I've found or tools that I've absorbed from the culture. And I don't like dropping names, but today is a little bit different. I actually have a list. I like lists. I'm gonna drop a huge name list of YouTube personalities that I've been into. Now, this isn't like entertainment or like movies, my favorite movies, anything like that. This is just doing my assessment of a certain space of YouTube, where I've watched certain creators over the years, or have recently come in contact with certain YouTube creators that have been doing their thing. And I've seen the evolution. I probably started watching YouTube heavily maybe about 6 years ago when I was working on the corporate plantation. Oddly enough, this was like during the time where I worked for Medicare and Medicaid. I worked for their vision department. So this was like during the time I had my best job. I was working an office job, small office, under doctors and things like that, making about $16 an hour. So I was feeling myself. And I used to just get a lot of my work done. I would just sit on my headphones and listen to YouTube. And I used to come across a lot of interesting content creators. So over time, as time went on, I just, came across different, perspectives and things like that. So this is gonna be a list. So yeah, check out my hair. I took my hair out. My hair probably would have locked up if I would have kept it in for another 2 weeks. But I have beeswax and things like that. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I actually have my list. And I'm gonna just expound more on like the divine masculine. Like a lot of these people, a lot of these personalities, they exhibit certain characters or certain characteristics of different kinds of leaders. Some of these guys stand well in their divine masculine power. It's something to be said about orators or men that are able to gather a lot of knowledge and disperse it throughout the culture. It's a form of channeling. It's also a form of divination. People use different types of tools and things like that to read the future or read the past or things like that. Or some people can just use their knowledge, use their brain, use their words, use their actions to produce things. They absorb, again, different aspects or magics from the past, and they just rework them in a way that's beneficial for them and their time of day. So, that's all it is. Again, women love aesthetics. It's no problem with using your cards or your crystals or anything like that. That helps boost your intent. That's why we have Black Girl Magic. That's why women are able to, they're more masterful and tactical with their movements and their thoughts for the most part. So, you can use your cards and tarot, that's no problem. But there's just different certain ways of doing things. Again, i.e. channeling. There's different energies that you can feel around you. That's why I always push being well-rounded, because when you're well-rounded, that means you have a feel for a lot of different things. So when you come in contact with these energies, again, it's not foreign to you. So you're able to mesh through it or flow through it. But yeah, definitely an interesting technique. I'm going to try myself. For the most part, I've been doing that over the past, 6 or 7 months, just channeling my thoughts and things like that. But yeah, I still use my cards every now and then, tarot, to try to read the fortunes of the surrounding energies. Certain tarot readers are able to project a year ahead. Certain other tarot readers are they only project, for a day or things like that. It is very taxing on your energy. You have to pay a karmic price for how, you're going to be using your gifts. But yeah, so 5 minutes into the video, here's my list, and that's how it goes. You know, that happens with tarot readers. You know, this is, you do it before you even start your reading. You're already talking and you're chatting and you're saying, you know, the different things, or even giving your information in the description box and all that stuff. And you don't even get into reading the tarot cards up to about 5 or 6 minutes into the video. That's you giving, you know, your oracle advisory, you're channeling pretty much. And then you're like, oh, I haven't even gotten to the cards yet. And then you know, you start dealing the cards. And then as you feel out the different energies, it's like a pathway. But some people are able to light their own path. So the list is, these are all names in like a non-linear form. I just came off this list at the top of my head. I don't even know if I'll count how many people it is. It's probably 10. I have Jesse Lee Peterson. I have Tommy Sotomayor. I have Boyce Watkins, Philip Scott, Jada Black, Brother Polite, Young Pharaoh, Sa Netter, O'Shea Duke Jackson, and Umar Johnson. Now, some of these people are not even YouTubers. Like Umar Johnson is not a YouTuber. I'm not even sure Brother Polite is a YouTuber. But for the most part, most of these guys consider themselves YouTubers. You know, I originally came across Boyce Watkins when I was working that job. So yeah, I've probably been watching this guy for maybe about 5 or 6 years now. You know, way back when he wasn't as animated as he is now on screen. But, you know, he's come a long way. He's built a nice network of intelligent black people. I definitely hope to see that thing expand, you know, an equal amount of time. I would say Philip Scott, back when he was doing the Advice show, when he was doing the hood rats and the ratchets and all that stuff, back when he used to be shooting his videos in his bathroom, man. So, you know, those two are probably like the longest guys I've been subscribed to. You know, I recently unsubscribed to a lot of stuff. Like sometimes I'll watch too much tarot, so I'll have to unsubscribe from like all the tarots, shows, channels on my thing, just to like detox myself for a bit. Or like if I find myself watching too much news and getting too triggered by things that I'm seeing online, I have to like block people or unfriend them or just unsubscribe, so that, you know, I don't continue to sit there and make myself upset. But, you know, these are people that I continue to come back to sometimes in order to gain a perspective on the outside world, to see where my people is at. So yeah, definitely two good dudes. Boyce, he's a finance professor, very good one. And you know, Philip Scott, man, you know, he's Texas, right there in the middle of the South. Yeah, man, come a long way, man. Has over 1 million subscribers. And then we have we have Jesse Lee Peterson. I came across Jesse Lee Peterson maybe about 2.5 years ago or so, like something like that. I was like, he has this show called The Fallen State, where he talks about like where people are going wrong, or he like plays devil advocate in a little bit. He's like an older black dude that's like stuck in his ways. So it's like, it's so funny to watch him rub people's shoulders the wrong way. But yeah, interesting one. I haven't really watched it recently, but you know, going back over this list, I'm probably gonna have to check on the show and see what he's been talking about lately. Pretty funny, pretty triggering too. What else we got on here? We have Tommy Sotomayor. Now, I've never been subscribed, or I've never really watched a big chunk of Tommy Sotomayor's videos, maybe 1 or 2 of his streams. I came across him maybe about 2 years ago, but, you know, I never really stuck. He's one of those guys that operates in his divine feminine, you know, which isn't to say, you know, to bash him or, you know, say anything negative about him. He's a man. We can all see that he's a man. He operates as a man. Well, he's, you know, he thinks like a man. He acts like a man, but he operates like, you know, a chick. You know, he spreads the gossip. He is very intelligent. He knows how to use his words, and he is very intuitive. That's why he's one of the biggest YouTubers out there. And of course, we have Jada Black. Now, I was subscribed to Jada Black maybe about 2 years ago. I thought it was like another O'Shea Duke Jackson, like another what's the guy's name, Tones, I forgot what his name was, with the guy that went to jail, and then now no one knows what's going on with the guy now. But yeah, Jada Black was pretty cool. He's talk about celebrity gossip and things like that. Haven't really been watching it too much lately. Watching a lot of O'Shea's celebrity junk and a lot of his streams. Now O'Shea, I probably came across again maybe about 3 years ago. I used to watch a lot of his stuff. And now I watch a lot of his stuff again. I fell off for a while, and then I started watching a lot of his stuff again. It's COVID, so everything has went up over COVID. There's been more streaming. There's been more people going online. There's even been more content creators. So a lot of stuff being created during these times. A lot of people sitting down watching a lot of videos, even old videos. And then Brother Polite, I came across his videos maybe about 4 years ago or something like that. And on and off, and I was never really subscribed to like his channel or anything like that. I don't even think that matters. I just think the algorithm works in certain ways where people should be liking and sharing and commenting. I don't know how much the subscriber thing helps. I guess if you want to get your YouTube award, the $1 million subscribers or 1 million subscribers. But yeah, and then who else we have here? Sonetta is like a big black YouTuber. I don't really know him that much. I just hear his name around a lot, just like Young Pharaoh. I never really watched too many of their videos, but I hear their names a lot around in these circles. Kind of like the only guy like that I was able to like really sit down and watch a chunk of their videos was Brother Polite, who practiced polygamy. And then Umar Johnson, he's not really a YouTuber. He just has a lot of interviews, and he's done a lot of speeches around the country. So, or around the world, I'm sure he would say, he would try to correct me, right? But yeah, so so pretty much in that whole space, and again, you notice that these are all black male YouTubers, all dudes that operate in their divine feminine. For the most part, and there's a lot of power there if all these people can work together, or even branch off into groups. That'll definitely help push the culture forward. More mind melding and meshing, right? But there's all egos. That's the whole thing. That's why it's like when people try to reach out to me, I'm like, you can't even work with the power you have. Like, I don't want to join a losing team. Like, yeah, too many egos. But again, we'll get there. There's a time, there's a place for everything. Me, myself, I'm trying to evolve myself and challenge myself and prepare myself for my next evolution, stepping into my full divine masculine power. That's why I always say learn your birth charts and things like that. Like me, I'm a Libra Aries Cancer, so it's like, again, it's like you think and you build like a man, but you move like a woman. Like, I'm very masculine, and I think very masculine principles, but I know how to move in ways where it's like I can be either the quietest person in the room or the loudest person in the room. So that's all it is. And people got to remember, it's like all this information is not new. Like, you're not the creator of this information. You're not the holy messiah to light the people's ways, to bring all this information. This is all information that's been out there. Like, you didn't recreate the word wheel. You didn't recreate the wheel, and you didn't recreate the world weird. So there's no stealing information. There's no stealing knowledge. If you put your stuff out there for people to judge it, or if you put your stuff out there, it's just like reading a book. People regurgitate the dictionary once they learn the dictionary words. They regurgitate a story once they learn that story. All depends on memory and how they're going to tweak it in their own way due to it entering their channel, their own personal stream of consciousness. They may alter it in a different way. So we have the words that are spelt the same, but they mean different, or spelt different, but they mean the same. So people got to remember, like, you didn't create Webster's dictionary. So stop thinking that people are biting or stealing your content, man. You're just jealous that somebody else can do it better than you. And people are gonna always have the opinion. You know, there's nothing wrong with having your own opinion. It's the action. You know, it's the action that's required with these things. You know, people can sit and read and absorb all this knowledge they want, but if they're not going to be able to put forth their action to manifest destiny, then, you know, if, you know, somebody could sit there and not do nothing, and then you'll call them, you'll sit there and get mad at them. And I told them all this stuff, and these Negroes ain't even using it. They don't even know what they're doing. And then as soon as somebody do come up off of it and make $1 million, now all of a sudden they biting. Or they copied you. You were the one that created this whole story, this whole narrative. No one would be here if it wasn't for you, right? And who opened the doors for you, though? Where did you get your information and your knowledge from, where you're able to get in front of all of these people and act like, you know, you run the world and all these things? So, you know, again, you have to learn people's birth chart. Like my birth chart, my first house is in, or Leo is my first house. So, no planets in my first house, but it's exalted in Leo, which is crazy. So it's like the spotlight. I can't run from it. You know, all the energy and strength that comes with, you know, Leo energy. I can't escape that energy. That's just a part of my essence. That's what's gonna shine through. That's what's gonna come out through the forefront. You know, I'm a Libra, but you know, it's not just about your astrology sign. There's a deeper knowledge. There's a deeper index of vocabulary and terms when it comes to astrology. You know, again, once you know someone's, you know, information, like you can know whether a person loves flowers or not. So when you make them mad, you know what their favorite or birth flower is, and you bring them that flower. Like there's different things that people can learn about different people to help, you know, that's why I say manage people and things like that. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. You just got to realize it's a multi-layered, multi-dimensional script, or multi-layered, multi-dimensional matrix. You know, we're living in a new age. We're living in you know, the world slowly changes over time. You know, we were not able to get on the internet at one point and just discuss whatever we want to discuss and argue and debate amongst ourselves about frivolous things, things that don't really matter. You know, if you're going to pose a question, you should also be able to deliver some type of thought or some type of closure or answer to that question or that problem. So, you know, just have to tweak it a little bit, man. But, you know, it's good entertainment, good stuff to watch. Interesting times, really. Interesting time to be myself. My hair's getting so long. Shampooed it last night, greased it. But yeah, so that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my my rant about these male black YouTubers of great influence. You know, it's a whole lot of them out there. I didn't include a lot of them, but these are the ones that I've either thought about lately or come across more than not on a daily basis. A lot of good, useful information. But yeah, it's like the spider web, man. The internet, the interweb, it's gonna keep spreading across YouTube, spreading the message, delivering the message. I mean, we got guys like O'Shea that's all the way over in Africa, pumping out content every day on a daily basis. So, you know, we have chicks like Dr. Mumbi Saraki over in Africa, who's pumping out content every day. You know, we have Wodemaya, another fellow African over the pond, who pumps out some intelligent and some very insightful videos. You know, I'll be sharing some more content and some other different topics about, you know, some other YouTubers, point you into the direction of their channel so you can get an overall perspective of, you know, seeing things on a different level for the most part. Be safe. Have a good day.